This is your weekly update for USMNT abroad players from March 16th to March 21st, 2021. Hi, if you're new here, I'm Tactical Manager Filippo. This is our weekly series where we update you every Monday on how USMNT players did abroad. Yes, we do it in a very summarized way to make it very entertaining, very quick for you to know if you're not able to follow through with all of them. Now, if you're old here or new here, it doesn't matter. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new here, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you guys don't miss our content and all the live streams we're doing for USMNT this month, and we will be doing for the MLS as well. Along with that, I'd like you to comment down below because we're trying to figure out what MLS teams we should focus on doing live streams. One of them obviously will be Orlando City. But I do want to know, so comment down below your MLS team so I can know which one to cover. So just please comment that down below along with the player of the week for the USMNT. With all that said, there will be no USMNT abroad episode next week. And no. It's not because I got lazy. It's not because I didn't feel like doing it. It's just that it's the international break, so the clubs won't be playing. So there's no update next Monday. We'll be back with the USMNT abroad 2 weeks from now. Right? With all that said, let's start the transfer rumors, and then I'll go with updates player by player. And please, make sure you have that like button hit already, and the notification bell as well. Alright, let's roll the episode now. Alright, possible transfers and rumors that are going on. Daryl Dk, along with all the rumors of him joining the Premier League team or staying at Barnsley or going back to Orlando City, there's rumors that Club Brugge from the Belgium League are once again interested on signing Daryl Dk. We'll see how that goes. We'll see if they do an offer for it. There's no offers as of now. They're just interested once again. That's a quick update. The other update is Mathew Hoppe. There have been rumors that PSV and Ajax are interested in signing the young American from Schalke. Schalke is pretty much relegated at this point, so a move to the Dutch league would not be a bad thing. If you move to Ajax or PSV, he would get international soccer, so Europa League or UEFA Champions League. And it's a good development league, so I'm okay with that happening. However, there hasn't been any offers, and we don't know the terms in Mathew Hoppe's contract if there's a relegation release clause with Schalke. We'll keep you guys posted on that. Now let's go update on the players' performances, and I'll start with the main players. Actually, I'll start with Christian Pulisic. On Wednesday, Christian Pulisic started off the bench for Chelsea after 2-0 victory over Atletico de Madrid. Pulisic came into the game at the 77th minute. He had an okay match, was nothing special, but at the 94th minute, he had an amazing run carrying the ball, great pace, and he assisted Emerson for the second goal to close the deal and qualify Chelsea in the Champions League to the quarter-finals where they will face Porto. Alright, now on Sunday, Christian Pulisic started for Chelsea. On Sunday, Pulisic started for Chelsea after 2-0 victory over Sheffield for the FA Cup. He was hacked the entire first half, and at the second half, he had one beautiful move to go past 3 defenders but failed at the finishing face-to-face with the goalkeeper. He's slowly getting his confidence back, and I mean, bad finishes could be due to his confidence being low, but we saw him going at the defenders, getting hacked, playing a good game, and he was named man of the match. So congratulations, Christian Pulisic, picking up a little bit of a good form before the USMNT camp. Hopefully he can have a very strong finish for Chelsea this season. Alright, now Weston Mckennie. On Sunday, Weston Mckennie started off the bench for Juve at their 1-0 loss to Benevento. Mckennie came into the game at the 73rd minute, right after the Benevento game, as clearly Pirlo was trying to make a comeback for this game. You see, I have a big problem with Pirlo playing him this game because the reason he's not with the USMNT camp is he's trying to recover from a hip injury. So why not just rest him for the full time? Don't let him play for Juve. Rest him this round, rest him the 2 weeks, and he'll be fine. But Pirlo did not rest Weston Mckennie. That bothers me a little bit, but it's okay. He'll get some rest now with the international camp, and hopefully he's fully recovered. Alright, now Gio Reyna from Borussia Dortmund. On Saturday, Gio Reyna was back at the starting lineup for Dortmund at their 2-2 draw with Cologne. He played most of the game wide, did not do very well. His work rate was not that great, did not seem motivated, lost all the ground duels, did not complete most of his passes, hitting only 70% of them, and he ended up being subbed off at the 66th minute. Yeah, Gio Reyna didn't do well at all. Very underwhelming. I was not happy with his performance. He has to do better. But he's an 18-year-old. 19, I believe he turned now. So let's take it easy on him. Alright, now Serginho Dest from Barcelona. On Sunday, Dest started for Barcelona and played 84 minutes at their 6-1 victory over Real Sociedad. Dest scored 2 goals, became the first American to ever score a brace in La Liga. He was fantastic and even had some very technical, beautiful moves throughout the game. Sergiño Dest has been fantastic as a right wing back for Barcelona ever since Koeman switched to a 3-defender formation, and that's one of the reasons I do talk about the USMNT going to a 3-5-2 formation or a 3-defender formation in general, because it would make Dest much better with our team, along with fixing Anthony Robinson's defensive liability issues. But that's another topic, not for this video. Let's keep going to the video. Okay, now Tyler Adams from RB Leipzig. On Saturday, Adams started and played a full 90 minutes for Leipzig at their 1-0 win over Armenia. A very solid performance by Adams, hitting 93% of his passes, doing a great job on the defensive end, and helping Leipzig hold a clean sheet for this match. Now we're going to go by positions, and I'm going to start the goalkeeper. So let's go to Zach Steffen from Manchester City. On Saturday, Steffen started and played a full 90 minutes for Manchester City at their 2-0 win over Everton for the FA Cup quarterfinals. He continues to only get minutes at cup games, so I'm very glad Manchester City went through to the next round. That's all for the goalkeepers. Let's go to the center backs. Alright, so let's start with the center backs with John Brooks from Wolfsburg. On Saturday, Brooks started and played a full 90 minutes for Wolfsburg at their 2-1 victory over Werder Bremen. Josh Sargent was playing at that game as well, but we'll get to Sargent later in this video. Brooks had another solid performance, and Wolfsburg is currently in 3rd place in the Bundesliga, very well positioned to make it to the Champions League next season. Okay, now Chris Richards from Hoffenheim. On Sunday, Chris Richards started and played a full 90 minutes for Hoffenheim at their 2-1 loss to Mainz. So at the very first goal that Mainz scored, Chris Richards made a big mistake. He lost possession being the last man on defense, a very rookie mistake, but it's okay because he's very young, so you expect him to make some silly mistakes. But he compensated for it later in the game with a beautiful long ball, a left long ball that assisted Hoffenheim's first goal in the game. So Chris Richards did get an assist. He did fail on defense. He compensated for it. It's okay for him at this age to make these mistakes. I love what I'm seeing for Chris Richards, and I look forward to seeing John Brooks and Chris Richards plays as center back for the USMNT with all this technical ability they have from the back, all these long balls, great defending, and as Richards improves with his experience, that's going to be one heck of a duo. Alright, now Eric Palmer-Brown from Austria Vienna. On Sunday, Palmer-Brown started and played a full 90 minutes for Austria Vienna at their 5-3 loss to Wolfsburg for the last round of the Austrian League. Well, this was a sloppy one. Hard to judge his performance on a game with 8 goals, where his defense allowed 5. I mean, I guess the result speaks for itself. Alright, now Matt Miazga from Anderlecht. On Sunday, Miazga started and played a full 90 minutes for Anderlecht at their 4-1 victory over Zulte for the Belgium League. Let's go now to Kik Piri from Twente. On Saturday, Kik Piri started and played a full 90 minutes for Twente at their 0-0 draw with Heerenveen. Kik helped his team hold a clean sheet, so it's a solid performance by the young center back. Right now, Mark Mckenzie from Genk. On Saturday, Mark Mckenzie stayed a full 90 minutes for Genk at their 2-2 draw with Standard Liège for the Belgium League. So Mark Mckenzie continues to not get many minutes for Genk. I'm not overly worried as he just arrived and he's still very young, but not looking good early this season. Not very happy with what's going on with him right now. Alright, now Cameron Carter-Vickers from Bournemouth. On Tuesday, Carter-Vickers started and played a full 90 minutes for Bournemouth at their 3-1 win over Swansea for the championship. Now on Saturday, he started and played a full 90 minutes again for Bournemouth at their 3-0, well, this time loss to Southampton in the FA Cup. Okay, we finished the center backs. Now let's go to the fullbacks, and we'll start with Anthony Robinson from Fulham. On Friday, Robinson started and played a full 90 minutes for Fulham at their 2-1 loss to Leeds United for the English Premier League. Okay, now Reggie Cannon from Boavista. On Sunday, Reggie Cannon started and played a full 64 minutes for Boavista at their 1-0 loss to Firenze at Liga NOS. Boavista is currently at the relegation zone, so if that does happen, I would assume Reggie Cannon would leave. Okay, now Mathew Olasunde. On Tuesday, Olasunde started for Rotterdam as a right wing back at their 4-1 loss to Watford. Olasunde was subbed off at the 72nd minute when the game was already 4-1. On Saturday, Olasunde started off the bench for Rotterdam at their 2-0 win over Bristol City. He came into the game at the 65th minute. Okay, and Shaquille Moore. Well, the update on Shaquille Moore, he didn't play this weekend because he was suspended. And now Brian Reynolds from Roma. Roma played against Shakhtar during the week for the Europa League, and Reynolds was not with the roster as he's not registered for the tournament. Now on Sunday, Brian Reynolds stayed at the bench a full 90 minutes for Roma at their 2-0 loss to Napoli at the Serie A. And then let's go to DeAndre Yedlin from Galatasaray. On Friday, DeAndre Yedlin started for Galatasaray at their 4-3 loss to Rizespor for the Turkish League. Yedlin had a very eventful game, to say the least. Yedlin scored Galatasaray's first goal at the game, which at the time it tied the game 1-1, and at the 79th minute he got a second yellow card which led to a red card when the game was still 3-3, which led to Galatasaray losing 4-3. So Yedlin played a big role on tying the game, played a big role during the game, got a red card that pretty much got Galatasaray to lose the game 4-3. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Mixed feelings about this game. Alright, before I get to the midfielders, I'd like to ask you guys once again to please comment down below your favorite MLS team so we can know what live streams to do during the MLS season. As long with that, please hit the like button and hit the notification bell. All of that helps the channel a lot and you don't miss our content. If you enjoy our content, obviously. If you don't like our content, just share this video with that one friend you really don't like. But with that said, let's go to Yunus Musah from Valencia. On Sunday, Yunus Musah started off the bench for Valencia at their 2-1 victory over Granada for La Liga. Musah came into the game at the 87th minute. Chris Durkin, well, he didn't play for STVV this weekend because STVV did not play. They play again April 3rd. Another player I want to update everyone on is Johnny Cardoso. He's with the Olympic squad, so there's no updates on him abroad. He started versus the Dominican Republic. He didn't play very well in the first half. Second half, he did much better, but he didn't stay for the full time. He did hit the post and almost scored a goal. We expect more out of him, but he has been affected by not knowing the team very well and playing in the altitude, which he's not very used to. All right, now Christian Capis, new addition to the channel because he did get called up for the USMNT, which was a surprise in my personal opinion, but he got called up. On Saturday, Capis started and played a full 90 minutes for Hobro at their 1-0 loss to Esbjerg at the Danish League. Alright, now a name everyone knows much better, which is Brenden Aaronson. On Saturday, Brenden Aaronson started for RB Salzburg at their 1-0 victory over LASK. This was the final match of the Austrian League where RB Salzburg were the champions. They already were anyway. No one could reach them when it comes to points anymore, but now it's officially over. They will still play May 1st against LASK for the Austrian Cup final this season. So the league is over, but the season's not. They still have the Austrian Cup final May 1st. I don't know what they'll do in April. They'll probably have some friendly matches, but their season's not over yet. All right, now Taylor Booth. On Sunday, Booth started off at the bench for Polten at their 3-3 draw with Hartberg for the last round of the Austrian Bundesliga. Booth came in the 61st minute and scored a goal at the 67th. Booth has been very good for Polten at this short-term loan. His loan agreement does end June 31st according to Transfer Market, but it could be extended. We'll be in a watch for that. I don't think he's ready to play for Bayern, so they're probably going to loan him out once again, maybe to Polten, maybe to a different team. He's been very good at the Austrian League for this very short loan deal that he had. Alright, now Julian Green. On Wednesday, Julian Green started off the bench for Fürth at their 2-1 victory over Regensburg at Bundesliga 2. Green came into that game at the 67th minute. Now on Sunday, Julian Green started for Fürth at their 2-2 draw with Nuremberg for Bundesliga 2. Green was subbed off at the 69th minute. Now Luca De La Torre from Heracles. On Sunday, Luca De La Torre started and played a full 90 minutes for Heracles at their 1-1 draw with Sparta at the Dutch League. And then Dwayne Holmes. On Wednesday, Dwayne Holmes started for Huddersfield at their 1-1 draw with Sheffield Wednesday. Holmes was subbed off at the 60th minute. Okay, now we've reached the forwards, and I'm going to start with Tim Weah. On Wednesday, Weah started for Lille at their 3-0 loss to PSG at the French Cup. Weah was subbed off at the 62nd minute. On Sunday, Tim Weah started again for Lille at their 2-1 loss to Nimes for the French League. Weah was subbed off at halftime after a very poor first half performance. Okay, now Mathew Hoppe from Schalke. On Saturday, Mathew Hoppe started for Schalke at their 3-0 loss to Gladbach. Hoppe was subbed off at the 76th minute. He only had 18 touches despite playing 76 minutes, which shows Schalke just doesn't get the ball enough to their forwards, which somewhat explains the season they're having. That is just one of the several problems that Schalke has, but you can see he doesn't really get many touches in the game because the ball just doesn't get there. Alright, now Alex Mithgen from Nottingham Forest. On Wednesday, Mithgen started off the bench for Nottingham Forest at their 2-0 loss to Norwich. Mithgen came into the game at the 76th minute when the match was already 2-0. Now on Saturday, Mithgen started and played a full 90 minutes for Forest at their 1-1 draw with Brentford for the English Championship. I also like to point out that he was called up for the English U19 national team. So yes, the US does need to act soon if we do want to have Mithgen with us. If there's even a chance, actually. So that's just something I wanted to point out. He's with the English U19 squad. Alright, now Linden Goose from Sunderland. On Wednesday, Goose started and played 85 minutes for Sunderland at their 2-0 win over Accrington Stanley. For their first goal, Goose gave the assist. Now on Saturday, Goose started as a right winger for Sunderland at their 1-1 draw with Lincoln City. Goose was subbed off at the 77th minute. Many have asked what league Sunderland has been playing. They're playing for League One at England, which essentially it's the third division of England. That's where Sunderland is nowadays, and they used to be a fairly good team actually in the Premier League. Also, one thing I wanted to do was have a special thank you to everyone that subscribed, hit the notification bell, hit the like button, because we have reached a milestone. We have reached 5,000 subscribers, and it's all thanks to you guys. So I want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart. I know we put in a lot of work, but it's all thanks to you guys and all the support you guys have been given. So thank you very much for all the support you've been given to the channel. All right, now we're with Daryl Dk from Barnsley. On Wednesday, Daryl Dk started and played a full 90 minutes for Barnsley at their 3-1 win over Weah. DK was brilliant in the match, had 2 goals, and showed a lot of signs of improvement on his positioning and showed all his physicality throughout this game. Now on Saturday, Daryl Dk started again for Barnsley during the South Yorkshire Derby against Sheffield Wednesday. Barnsley lost the game 2-1. DK did not score, but he honestly had a good game in my opinion. He got constantly fouled, won several of his aerial duels, continues to improve his positioning and tactical approach, made better runs. The only thing I haven't seen him improve much throughout this 2-3 months he's been with Barnsley is his technical ability, but his positioning, wow, a lot better, better runs, all his physicality on a very physical league. I like what I'm seeing from Daryl Dk. If he improves his technical ability just a little bit, he'll be a very impressive player. Once again, I don't think he's ready for the Premier League. So I'd like to see him play in a different league instead of going from Barnsley to the Premier League. But I love what I'm seeing from Daryl Dk. He got out of his comfort zone and he's improving a heck lot. And he's very humble, great player. Quick update on Sebastian Soto. He's with the Olympic squad, just like I said about Johnny Cardoso. He came in off the bench last game versus the Dominican Republic. He's doing okay there. And now Nicolas Giocchini. On Saturday, Giocchini started for Caen and played a full 90 minutes at their 2-2 draw with Chasteaux for the French 2nd Division. He played as a right winger for this game. Alright, now let's talk about Josh Sargent that I briefly mentioned him earlier in the video. On Saturday, Sargent started for Werder and played 58 minutes, but did not have the best game. He scored the first goal for Wolfsburg. Yes, you heard it right. For Wolfsburg. He scored an own goal at their 2-1 loss. Before he got subbed off, he also got a yellow card and he's now suspended for the next match. Yeah, not good for Josh Sargent. Got an own goal, didn't have a great performance, and he's now suspended for the next game because he reached the yellow card limits. Now, Siabashu from Young Boys. On Thursday, Siabashu stayed a full 90 minutes at the bench for Young Boys at their 2-0 loss to Ajax at the Europa League. Now on Sunday, Siabashu started for Young Boys at their 4-0 win over Zurich. He played a full 90 minutes and had a pretty good performance, scoring 1 out of the 4 goals for Young Boys. Okay, now Tyler Boyd from Sivasspor at the Turkish League, and he had a pretty good weekend. On Saturday, Boyd started for Sivasspor at their 5-3 victory over Göztepe. Boyd scored 2 goals, had a fantastic game, and was subbed off at the 68th minute. He also almost had a hat-trick. One of his goals got cancelled due to the VAR claiming there was a handball. So we almost saw a hat-trick from Tyler Boyd this weekend. Almost. Alright, now let's talk about Haji Wright and Emmanuel Sabi. And no, they didn't play in the same game, but I'm going to talk about them together. On Sunday, we had the last round of the Danish League, and Haji Wright started for Sønderjyske, and Emmanuel Sabi started for Odense as well. Odense had a 2-0 victory against Aalborg, and Sabi was subbed off at the 63rd minute with a yellow card. Sønderjyske had lost 2-1 to Nordsjælland, and Haji played a full 90 minutes. Sønderjyske finished the league in 7th place, and Odense finished the league in 8th place. And yes, I'm talking about the Danish League. And that concludes all the players for this weekend, but let me wrap it up on the next segment. Okay, now I'm just going to briefly mention the players we usually cover, but we didn't this week because they either didn't play or didn't have any meaningful impact. The players are CJ Dos Santos, Josh Cohen, Odunze, Julian Green, Henry Wingo, Owen Otasawi, Folarin Balogun, Paul Ariola, that's currently injured for Swansea, Ethan Horvath, and Conrad De La Fuente, that's been playing for Barcelona B, but I'll cover him when he gets first team minutes. I want to thank you all very much for watching, guys. Don't forget to comment your favorite MLS team down below. Don't forget to hit that like button, hit the notification bell. We will be doing live streams for every single USMNT game, so don't miss out on our content. And guys, we reached 5,000 subscribers, and I want to thank you all very much from the bottom of my heart. I can't believe we made it this fast to 5,000 subscribers. We've been growing very fast, and it's all thanks to you guys. I want to thank you all very much for watching. Have a great day.